chain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed to making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome, all in karmas with my Benz, I'm so fancy. SOS, SOS, woo, SOS. I got you yelling SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip or tat on the internet. When I do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, we don't talk checks, we get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog on big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip or tat on the internet. When we do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, we don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Want to start from a mascot. Went to Rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetops. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip or tat on the internet. When I do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. Happy Tuesday to all. Let's see if all systems go here. As far as I can see, everything is looking good here. And yeah, let's get into it. Have a look what we got going on. And yeah, let's take it from there. So start off with news today. Let's have a look. As far as I remember, we are totally clean for today. See what we're looking like. Today is going to be Tuesday, and yeah, we have CAD CPI later. Not too important unless some crazy news comes out. But London is clean here. London is clean. Yeah, for majority of London here, we are clean. So not really worried about anything during a London session here. Now, if we go in the charts and have a look what's going on with the charts, GJ is moving early morning. What time was this move? This was quite a nice move. This close above here. This was 6:15. Yeah, we're moving this strange time, same as yesterday. Look at what time this candle closed below, 6:45. So this is like a new trade here where we're seeing that 6:15, 6:45 between, 6 to 7. I would say we're getting these pushes to begin with. So hopefully we have some sort of continuation in us for the rest of London. So start off with the daily time frame. Previous daily still closing bearish here, but we're leaving a long rejection wick towards the upside. Daily resistance is going to land somewhere here. We need to mark this to find out where our daily resistance is. DR, there we go. Now, if we're moving down, remove drawings again, come back down on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame has closed bullish. Current 4-hour, we have a bottom wick here, tiny bottom wick though. Current 4-hour resistance is there. Do I have it marked? No, not yet. So we do have a 4-hour resistance here. 4R, and there we go. So those are our higher time frame markups. We have a mixed session here. Previous daily closing bearish, previous 4-hour closing bullish. But for me, I'm more bullish biased than bearish just based off structure. Forming higher lows here. Yes, we could end up retesting 4-hour resistance, rejecting somewhere around here to make a lower high. It's possible, because if you look at this as a lower high, lower low, yes, it's possible we could flip around here. The only thing that puts me away from that is kind of how we came back down, retested the zone, and then closed above. If it wanted to flip, why didn't it flip here and continue, right? We should have seen that resistance give us the continuation down to result this in further sells. But as long as we respect this high, we could end up continuing down, even forming a range in here. We have to consider that. So looking at lower time frame, 1-hour candle is trying to close bullish at the moment. So our 4-hour low, we have 30-minute candle as well, forming a rejection at our 30-minute high, which I do believe I have. Yes, I do have that. So we do have a 30-minute resistance here. 4 hours hovering somewhere here. I think at the moment here, it's going to be pretty straightforward. This 4-hour support is from where? This is, I don't think it's very relevant anymore. I can go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, I think what it's looking like for me, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I'm more on the bullish bias. If we just want to keep rejecting London session, then I think sells will be below 190,500 here. I think selling earlier is going to be a problem because we haven't broken any structure. Even if we come back and retest as low as this zone here, it's not going to be much of an issue because we could still get buys towards the upside. In terms of immediate buys, I think buys are going to be above this little resistance here. We should have somewhat of a range. We have 16 pips to the 4-hour. But if we can cross this 4-hour with volume, we have a 39 pip range of totals here. So we'll have to see how that populates. So we can put buys above and make that as a plan here. There we go, 14. So buys above would be the plan. Right now we're retesting. Setup 2 could also be an option if 1-hour candle is kind of closing bullish here. If 1-hour candle closes back in the range, not too sure about that. Trying setup 2, but if we do close bullish on 1 hour, next candle close bearish, that would take 30 minutes to set up. We could look for setup 2 back towards the high if we have enough range. If not, we're just buying above those highs. So that's the plan here on GJ. Nothing too complex, quite straightforward here for myself. And let's move on to gold here. So gold yesterday came down to the bottom of the range. Some interesting price action here. Coming out from here, rejecting, finding resistance at our key level 24.95, nothing closing above that. Then getting a liquidity grab here, which if you look at lower time frame, happened very quick. It was like a spike, right? See that spike? Grab liquidity, so range, grab liquidity, boom, and then gave the move there with a very steep closure here, which was a very interesting close where we had basically 100 pip stop loss to run. It actually would have given you eventually your 1-to-1, and now we've just formed a range at the top of the range. This is good. because we're still cooking for our breakout. I wanted it to happen yesterday, but it can still happen today. So let's see what higher time frame has done. Previous daily has created what? Created a bearish candle with a long rejection wick. Could this give us a setup 3? Possible to give us a setup 3. Break of high, we could get a setup 3. I mean, in something like this where we get setup 3 into all-time highs, right? It's very possible to see that. Very possible to see something like this as well here where we've had it before, or something like this, right? So this is just grabbing liquidity as far as I can see. Looking at 4-hour time frame, we do have a bearish session for this current session. We are stuck in a range, so right now buys don't really make too much sense because of us not leaving ranges and being at the top of the range, which kind of makes sense for our session, but that doesn't mean we're bearish now and should be trying to sell the shit out of this pair right now, right? Doesn't make sense to sell it higher time frame just yet. So can move this, make this 4-hour support. So this can be 4-hour support, and there we go. Can move this on 1 hour. There we go. That's how it looks. Okay. Right now we have this previous range here as well. 30-minute, 15-minute. See if we have a lot of rejections from here. I prefer something closing below this, to be honest. We'll keep this as a zone because sometimes with volume we could close, we could just push through, but this is going to be a potential sells below. So since we're bearish session, I would look for sells below here. Fill some of this LTA, retrace some of this move. I would use this as a watch zone, previous zone. Remember, we're still very bullish on higher time frame. So realize that this could literally just be liquidity grab to get stuck in the range, New York breakout, which is what I would look for, right? Which is what I would look for. If we come to the bottom of the range, I'd actually be interested for buys again. I'd be interested for buys from the bottom of the range if we are able to form support. If not, there is also a chance that this is a short-term top, that we top out at this area here, right? And if we want to top out at this area, then so be it. We can try to hold runners even, right? Just in case. So I might like hold, you know, if we do end up getting involved, and you know, I might get involved with a runner here where I can try to just ask the question, is it possible to retrace some of this move? Am I right? Because if we just start melting from here, we have quite a lot of room. So we'll have to see how this forms. Preferably I want higher time frame close below here, like a 1 hour candle. Will give me more confidence. This whole zone here is prime zone for rejection. One of these zones here, very prime zone for rejection, which we can see on lower time frame. Why? Because it would be a retest of that zone. So essentially all we would do is we would form quite a bullish pattern, to be honest, where we have one low, we make a deeper liquidity grab and then form another retest here. So this is also, people can see this, you know, who use pattern traders, which not really the best, but just to visualize, it's like an inverted head and shoulders, right? So we can see that is showing normally more strength in price, right? We're seeing more strength in price when we see something like that. So we'll have to keep in mind that short sells will be very short term potentially, and if we start to see rejection, could be a good idea to look for what? To look for supports formed, you know, and then to get out of the sells and actually look for buys, right? So let's see what's going to end up happening and take it from there. So that's gold analysis here. Right now buying, I don't see any buys, to be honest, at the top of the range. The only thing I want to do is either buy from the bottom or buy on breakouts. That's the kind of thing. I don't want to diddle in the middle, or I can buy somewhere down here on retests. That would be nice. Now looking at GBP USD as well, it's gonna look pretty similar to gold here, to be honest, based on USD strength here. Previous daily still closing bullish here. Haven't hit our maximum target of 1.3, not max target but major target 1.3. 4 hour is creating some resistances here. We can see a lot of rejection wicks towards the upside. I think sells would make sense if we get back below this 4 hour range. If we look at the 1 hour, that makes sense as well here, something like this. I'd really prefer for us to get back inside of the range to sell. It would be a better spot to sell instead of getting potential rejection where we just get something drop down, retest, come back up, then give us that move. but this will mess you up and stop you out. So we want to be careful of that, because it could just be a 4-hour retest, right? We can see it's not the strongest 4-hour closes. We're not getting big 4-hour closes like that. We are getting, you know, like these. We're not getting these type of candles. We're getting small 4-hour closes. So we need to be careful about that, because look, small 4-hour closes ended up going up. But whenever you have like a strong 4-hour close, that is impactful, right? That is impactful. But these weak 4-hour closes don't always do much. So this is an impactful 4-hour close for sure, right? But we just failed to break lower time frame structure here for sells. So that's the kind of thing you'd want to see for more confidence. So that's why I'd prefer if we can break through these ranges. A 1-hour candle right now closing in about 13 minutes below the zone will be good. We've already technically broke 1-hour structure. So this is active. We could have this. Remember, this range here I don't believe is massive. From here to here is only 3 pips. So it's not like you're missing out on much. So this could all happen within the next 13 minutes where we just close below. It would be interesting to see how big that is. That's about 10 pips there. And then towards the downside here, we have a bit of zones 11, 12, 14, total of 26 pips. So yeah, it could be extremely interesting to see how that happens. So we'll see what happens here in 12 minutes and then react accordingly. Let's see what GJ is doing. So GJ retraced here. We did close above the 191 here. 1-hour candle is looking more like a rejection at the moment. We might want to make a deeper 4-hour bottom wick before continuing up. But yeah, that's the plan on all pairs. Hope you guys enjoyed the plan. If you did enjoy the plan, you know the drill. 300 of us in here. Let's do the YouTube business. Right, let's do the YouTube business. So in the meantime, let's try get 150 likes. You know the drill. Gonna have a look at some plans here. GJ and gold plans. All right, what you looking for on GJ? Buys above. Yeah, that makes sense. Sells below this whole structure here. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad of an idea. Yeah, you know, sells could also make sense in here as well if we were to break down with mixed bias. This is your gold plan. Sells below. Yes, more sells. All right, perfect. And yeah, that looks good. GU plan sells below. Perfect. Yeah, I like it. Solid plan. Gold sells below that zone. Yep. Same GJ plan. Yeah, this would have been nice. A clean close above 191, but we pushed up to this, so now we just have to adjust the plan. Gold as well, looking for sells there. All right. What's this? GJ looking above that level. Yep, so we just need to adjust that plan now. Gold plan sells below, potential mixed bias. Yeah, I'd rather not trade from here to here. I'd rather go above 25.10, just breakout trade. But yeah, for sells, this makes sense. And GU plan sells below the 4. Yes, perfect. Was this a good idea? What's this on? This is on GBPJPY. Took it at resistance. This is a long-term losing trade. Did work out today, but it's not a good idea to buy at resistance, right? Because this becomes 50-50, right? Because buying at resistance, there's a 50% chance it will reject it. You get stopped out before continuing up, right? So the idea is not because of you looking for buys. The probability comes in of stop loss. Stop loss is the problem, right? Because oh, this is 5 minute. I don't know, man. I don't know how you took this. Where is this? I need to see what price this is. I thought this was 15, but nevertheless, you don't want to just take 5 minute. I need to see the price. I don't know where this is. Maybe I can go see. I have an idea where it is, but normally you don't want to just use 5 minute for confirmation. I believe this would be in here. Yeah, I don't like this. You have no 15-minute confirmation, right? No 15-minute closed above. You have no 5-minute above resistance. You just got this 1-minute candle that came out of nowhere to give you volume. If that candle didn't come, you're back at in the range for sure. 9 times, about 8 times out of 10, right? 8 times out of 10, you're back in the range. put the scam like reminder. I don't know if I like putting this like thing in the chat. It seems cheesy asking for a like. It seems cheesy, but does it actually remind? You think it's better than me asking manually, or you think it's better to put that in chat? I don't know. I don't know. It seems cheesy. I hate asking for it. I don't know. It's fine, better than asking manually. All right, good. It's better? Okay, good. Yeah, I think it's better than... Yeah, it's better than me just keep saying, hey guys, if you enjoying the stream, leave a like. You know, I think it's better than repeating that 10 times during a stream. I think it's better. Right, so GU, we wanted to close below this support here so that we can do that. What happens if you never mention any like or subscribe? You just don't get likes. I've done it before, like just out of, like came, you know, one day and really was busy, like, you know, straight into a trade. And, you know, you get like 500, 600 people watching, 700 people watching, but like 80 likes. And then basically it helps YouTube algorithm. So if you want, how it works, right, is that your channel could be viewed as inactive, right, if there's no engagement. I do it mostly to engage. That's the reason I do it. I want to see how many people are actively listening, how many people are here. And you can see that by asking them to do something. Asking them to do something, comment in chat. Not everyone wants to type in chat, right, with their name. So you could just ask simple, you know, hey, I just said something valuable. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. So that's extremely useful because it shows me if I see my likes spike after me telling something valuable, it shows that, hey, they were actually listening to that point and it got across to them in a good way. If I don't see, it means that, hey, it wasn't very clear, or maybe I need to improve in the way I deliver, you know? It's just like a standard thing on YouTube, but the way I use it is to see engagement. Are people listening? Are people, you know, wanting this type of conversation? Because I don't want to hop on here and just, you know, do stuff for no reason, right? It's cheesy, but it's better. Well, yeah, I think asking for a like full stop is cheesy. I like when you call us out. Yeah, I can always catch you guys. I always catch you guys. Alright, yeah, but today, on point. I like your content before your video starts. You're too much valuable. I appreciate that, man. Don't beg for like. No one likes a beg for like. Yeah, but I don't beg, right? Because it's, as I said, I use it for engagement. I'm not like, please, don't worry. I'm not like that, man. I really couldn't care less. It's just, that's why I call it the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. That's where that saying comes from, right? Hate to say it, but part of the game. When I grew up watching YouTube, that's like what all the YouTubers said, right? Leave a like and subscribe. So I guess it's just standard. One hour closing here in 4 minutes. 15 minute has a potential to close above if we have volume come through. It's not cheesy to ask for likes. I think, yeah, for the huge value you provide, I think, yeah, I mean, you know, it's nice to you know, appreciate the value, but what I'm more talking about, just cheesy asking for a like. Do you agree with this S3? Let's see. What's this? USD JPY. 30-minute support is there. Break of high. I mean, it looks very similar to GJ. Depends what time it comes. If it's literally like 1 minute before, you might as well wait for close. That's what I would do. Just in case it wicks the high and then rejects, you're stuck in bottom wick. Because your stop loss is exactly where the bottom wick of the 4 hour would be. So if this wants to wick the high and become a deeper, you know, a deeper pullback, then it's going to take you out. Right? See? It'll take you out, make a deeper bottom wick, then come back up. Gold is overall bullish bias, but is bearish. It makes sense to take sales below 15. Yes, but we were speaking about that during the whole beginning of the stream. How, you know, we need to keep that in mind. Did not take this because a small bottom wick. Second candle obviously worked out. Looked good on the 5-2. Would you have taken this gold trade here? I was looking to take this gold trade when I was waiting for a 5 closing above. 5 didn't close above. It just ended up pushing through, but my problem was stop loss. I didn't know if it would be a good idea running this big stop loss to this target here. So this was my only problem with this trade, is I was thinking, okay, if I run 100 pip stop loss, I might have to hold this overnight, you know. But it gave a perfect 1-to-1 eventually, but you know, it's just hard to see, especially that late. What happened yesterday in NY sessions? Some guy took gold buys and stuff like that. Power through hard? Yeah, I mean, it didn't power through this zone. Like, I would have been sleeping by the time it hit TP. I would literally have to set TP and leave it, you know, because it didn't power through. It powered through here, but this is not enough with a 100 pip stop loss, right? Seems like GJ is trying to close above here. We'll see if it has enough volume to do so. Would be nice if it could close above. Yeah, but it was fast. Plus, you could have leave running move stop loss to break even. Yeah, but with a 100 pip stop loss, you don't want to move to break even here, because overnight it could just come back, retest like it did here, and continue up. So maybe you could just adjust stop loss to the low. Especially, you don't know if it's going to do this, right? Remember, this is just to get your 1-to-1. This is just to get your 1-to-1. So what might happen is we might have rejected here, come back, and then done this. But overnight, it might stay here. You don't know how the volume is going to come. And then you're going to have spreads widen at daily open. And if you move your stop loss, it's going to trigger that because the spreads widen. So these are all things to consider when trading, holding trades overnight. All right, 26 seconds for this candle to close here. Gold is still at support. GJ is trying to get above here. Let's see. GJ is looking like it's gonna get above here. If we can make a bottom wick and break the high, I'll be interested. Let's see. So yeah, just a steeper bottom wick here for me will be good. There we go. So yeah, look to take a buy on the break of the high here. Stop loss I'll put below this candle's low here. Continue up to fill this range. So let's see if we can break the high. So yeah, just basically have something at the break of this current high. So let's see. Which candle SL? I'm going to put SL below these lows here. 190, 916, something like that. So it's a good bottom wick here on the 1 hour. 1 hour closed nicely here. 30-minute closed above as well. Yeah, I like this. So we'll see if we can re-break these highs. I think I'm gonna buy stop it. Now that we have a nice wick here. So yeah, where I sell, I'm gonna put it below the lows. How you didn't you just buy at resistance? Not yet, because we closed above. What software do you use to trade with? MetaTrader? Correct. So yeah, let's see if we get triggered on that. Did gold end up closing below? No, gold didn't close below. How did GU close? GU closed with the rejection. Okay, okay. So yeah, let's see if we can reject and flip and break the high. It's a great bottom wick, this. $191, $199, you're gonna buy here when this is at a resistance above your line. I don't know where you see the resistance, bro. Come on. Don't know what this guy is talking about. On the left, yes. Can you see the left? It is clean, Mr. MK. It is clean. Where's the resistance? Alright, when I place buy stop, it's not showing the line, dotted line. Yeah, buy stop line should look like this. It's the wide dots, right? That's the buy stop line, like this. Five minute is closed, right? How did 5 minute close? Close above the range here, so we have a thunderstorm as well. Many times I've seen that when a candle breaks the high of previous candle for first few minutes, candle retraces huge. Yes, that's why you need to wait for bottom wick. What about 4-hour resistance? We can use at break even, right? We have to that 4-hour resistance, we have space. About 16 pips, I believe. Maybe from our entry a little bit less. But at least it's going to be more than 10 pips, I'm sure. Yeah, about 14 pips from our entry, 15 pips. So we can make decision there, right? Break even, etc., etc. We're going to try target. What we want is to try target this top of the resistance here, 37 pips, or get a 1-to-1 somewhere up here. Alright, my gold USD chart is the same as yours, but GJ chart's different. What's different? Harry, you may want to look into the Discord. I show you what I mean when I say the small rejection at our entry. Alright, let's see what you have to say, man. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see any rejection at our entry. 1 hour looks good. Looks all good to me. 4 hour looks good to at least 4 hour resistance. 15 minute as well, clean. Yep. Spreads got you in? How? We were waiting for bottom wick. It's 1 hour open, right? We always wait for a nice bottom wick. Have you been to Zurich, Switzerland at all? No, I haven't been. I haven't been yet. Did gold close below? It didn't close below. Look, it closed right at 1 hour as well. I mean, I don't consider that. That's no bottom wick on 1 hour as well. So not really following my plan. GU as well didn't close below. How's this 5 minute candle looking? Still okay, right? Still closing above the ranges here. So as long as we can still close above ranges, it still makes sense. I took this based on 30 earlier on GG. I'm just not lucky. I made a mistake here. I got stopped up. We'll have a look. About to be triggered here. Let's see. Right, that would have triggered me there. Right. See if we can get the push moving. Nice. So I took this based on 30 minutes earlier, and I'm just not lucky or made a mistake here because I got stopped. So you took this, yeah, the time, man. Remember we spoke about timing. Timing, you need bigger stop loss when you take something this early. Because we have these pullbacks. Price loves to grab liquidity that early. I would say also this range was tapped. You see how we respected the range? So we came up, you got triggered, we tapped key level. Once we tapped key level here, we then rejected. So that rejection from key level is going to be worrisome. So you need to worry about that little, basically the rejection from there. Having a little bit of a rejection here at the moment after breaking the high. FU candle on 1 minute at the moment. Not sure where this is coming from, this FU candle, but hopefully we can create some support to continue up. Our stop loss also below a key level, which is a nice. But interesting candle here to have a breakout with that candle coming straight down. Not nice 5 minute rejection. We want this closing bullish. Ideally, that's what we wanted. That's an interesting close here. I've not really... Yeah, that's very interesting to see that. How much does that give? 7 pips profit, and then we get this rejection. Interesting. Was there a 5-minute zone or something? Is this what we reacted off? It really didn't like this or something? Yeah, I guess it really didn't like that 5-minute zone. Interesting for it to be super respectful of that 5-minute zone to have such a big reaction, but can't do anything about it right now. All we can think about is potentially management. So we'll see how this 30-minute is closing here. 15-minute closing as well. We need it to close above the support. If it closes below the support, we can look to manage. If not, then everything should be okay and we'll just have to hold through this pullback. Hopefully this 5 can close above the range. Otherwise this will be the first 5-minute candle closing inside of the range. So let's see if we can do that. We don't want this 5-minute candle closing inside the range. We want it to close above the range. Yeah, so we close inside of the range. So now we need to respect 500 here. Might have to hold one more pullback down to the lows here right now. One more retest down to the lows before potentially continuing up here. But definitely interesting rejection here. 1 minute came through here. The reaction at entry was interesting though. Almost seems like old plant sold there. Yeah. I mean, it was a really good bottom wick. Retested the support, retested around key level, and then broke the high pretty smoothly. Gold closed below. Yeah, gold is looking good here. I don't know if I want to double down on risk right now. But yeah, gold looks good here, break of lows, but I don't know if I want to double down on risk myself. I don't really like the doubling down on risk. Be harder to manage both? Yeah, well, you're going 2%, right? Especially if they both go in drawdown. It's hard to manage. Doubling down on risk is a psychology thing? No, it would kind of be like, that would be all my bullets for the day. You get what I'm saying? That would be all my bullets for the day. On my broker, my stop loss is 910. So where's 910 here? 910. Well, 910, it's below these lows. I give it a little bit of room in case it wants to test these lows here. So let's see what happens. I just checked it's in the Discord now. I can have a look at the Discord. Yeah, but this is old zone. We didn't react it off here. So this is something you have to, otherwise you'll never take a trade. If you're considering old zones, every time we react, right? Like you would just draw every single zone on the chart. It would be too much. Here it had no problems. Here it had no problems. So we don't need to consider it now. The most recent zone is this zone. So that's why it's totally fine. Now our entry broke through it pretty smoothly here. We broke pretty smoothly through that zone. So that's why it's not too much of an issue. That's a fishy rejection we had from the highs here. I thought at least we could test maybe into 4-hour resistance would be ideal. Crazy move on GJ, reject from nowhere. Yeah, it's always the FU candles that are probably going to give us, you know. You think you got in too early? No, I don't think I got in too early. We waited for a big bottom wick. So we waited for a beautiful bottom wick, came, retested. This is picture perfect entry. This I have. This is, if this loses, it's probabilities because I don't see any problems with this. I take this 100 times and I've taken this 100 times. And I win this, you know, 7.7%, 7.7 times out of 10, right? Or 77 times out of 100, I would win this trade. JPY is getting stronger. Yeah, I mean, it's all lined up. GBP strength is coming in the market here. We see GBP USD going towards the upside. I think we're just getting unlucky with a bit of JPY strength coming in. What is USD JPY doing? USD JPY also struggling here. So it seems like we're just seeing a bit of strength come into the JPY, which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate on the timing, I would guess. But, you know, we'll just have to believe in the setup here and just give it some time. But you know, we have good strength here in the GBP, right? We can look at GBP, man. GBP is absolutely rocketing here, but we're getting no reaction. Look at the GBP here. GBP is going crazy, but we're getting no reaction in GJ. You know, very limited. We should be getting some very nice upside. So this is showing me a lot of strength. So this would just be unfortunate, you know, this would be unfortunate to see because everything is aligned with us. Our setup involved having strength in the GBP, waited for deep bottom wick retest, waited for it to break the highs, waited for the close above. Yeah. Might be USD moving down, GU up. This is what it means for GJ. Yeah, but I don't think otherwise we would see USD JPY. Right, USD JPY would be flying as well because USD would be getting weak, but we actually see the opposite. We see USD getting, you would see it like really start to weaken here. But no, but then that's JPY strength because then GJ should be going up. GJ is going down with UJ. You would if it was USD weakness, you would see this same move in USD JPY. From the downside, if it was caused by USD. Does that make sense? How you don't know? Look, if it was USD weakness, we can even see it from Dixie, right? Dixie is not moving weak. Right? It's not. If it was full USD weakness, this same move we had in GBP, how big it is, we should be seeing in USD JPY. It isn't. Look at the size of GU candle. Look at USD JPY candle. It's not really the same. See? We just need some strength here in the GBP. That's what we need right now. 5 minute is not creating any support, which is what we would have wanted to see with this 5 minute candle. It flipped and tried to close bullish. What we would have wanted to see is this 5 minute candle closing bullish. That would have given us at least a chance to retest resistance. So we just have to wait. I also wanted to ask you about gold. Do you think similar move can happen if it breaks lows? Yes, right? And that would be the exact retest zone we would talk about, right? Because remember, high time frame was still bullish. That's what we were talking about in the beginning of stream. We were saying how these sells are very short-lived. This is a major zone we have to watch. The moment we entered, it went straight into drawdown, laughing my ass off. Well, you can continue laughing, man, because we didn't go straight into drawdown. We went into 7 pip profit. And scalpers will use a bigger stop loss and close at 7 pip profit and call that a win. So I wouldn't really consider that something, bro. So you have to realize that, you know, trade entry was accurate. We got into nice profits. But I'm not closing at 7 pip profit, as that's not my plan. Ban that guy, he's not on the right path, no place among us. Damn, Claudio is not happy with him today. That's it, end of story. PC nerd will be banned then. If price was going back to entry, then your way of managing would be below 15. No, I think I would need a close below 15 to manage, but it'll probably by then just hit SL. So SL or break even for me, or TP. One question I'm using 3% risk this month to start regrowing my account when I take trades with you, and 1.5 when taking trades alone. Is that okay at different amounts like that? No, I don't agree with that. I think that's a very risky thing. Remember, 3 trades, you're down, 3 losses, you're down 10%. 3 losses, you're down 10%. So it's a lot, man. And then let's say that you take a trade by yourself, but it's in New York according to our plan, but you took a loss in London, then you're not going to make back. You're just going to end up negative all the time, right? So make sure, you know, I mean, if it's a personal account, then yeah, maybe, you know, maybe you can treat it a little bit different because you're just basing it off monetary, but I would keep risk around the same. I'd keep risk around the same. we need this 15-minute candle closing above this resistance here. This is what we need right now, because this will give 30-minute also the chance to flip. Yeah, we'll need this to close above resistance. If this doesn't close above resistance, becomes a bit iffy. Hi, what's your thoughts? My broker has higher spreads on JPY pairs because my broker has 0.6 spreads on gold but on 20 on JPY is asking for knowledge purpose. I think it's bad. Should change broker. Everything going up except GJ. Yeah, it's really it's a bit unlucky, right? Look at GU flying, so much GBP strength, but GJ just can't move. We just can't move on GJ. Like, we should be at TP by now, boys. Alright, 40 seconds for this candle to close. Hopefully we can close above here. Hopefully we can close above here. This is what we want. Need some strength here. Alright, looks like it's not going to be closing above here. 30-minute also closing back below this support. We have to keep that in mind. No bottom wick on current candle. Ideally, we need to break this high up here, right? That's the high we need to break. Once we break that high, we should have probabilities back on our side. Probabilities were always on our side, but in terms of, you know, overall stuff. If you don't like the trade, you can get out at entry. You can get out at entry if you don't like the trade, but I'm just going to follow my plan. See if we can break this high would be ideal. It's very close to breaking the high here. New 30-minute left with no bottom wick. I have a bottom wick. I have a bottom wick. Broker also has a bottom wick. So it's no issue with me. As I said, you guys don't like the trade, get out at break even. Don't complain because I don't mind holding this. I'm telling you now. Don't complain if you don't like this. Right? But I'm telling you now, for me, I'm following my plan. That 5-minute resistance, bro, I don't understand why it has so much relevance. Wow, that's an incredible zone, guys. Look at this zone. Double FU candles coming from that zone, and we break above it and close above it here. Double FU candles from this zone. Even second time we can't break through. Wow. Nothing can seem to close above this, man. Always 1 minute. Interesting. Just have to wait here, man. Just have to wait. Dilemma, just ban these people spamming, man. Just ban them. One hour close in 25 minutes. Hopefully we can survive the 1 hour close. That'll give us great information on the 1 hour close. And we'll see how we can, tackle that. I would really have liked a 5 minute closing above. Would have been great confidence in the trade. Not this rejection. Then we have to deal with price creating structure again to find its way towards the upside. Which can still happen. We just have to wait it out. What an interesting zone, huh? So close to breaking the high. That's unlucky on my side. We broke the high. We could look to manage something. Literally 1 minute closing before this 5 minute was to close. And then we get this 1 minute candle, just put you straight back, and drawdown can't really do much. You're waiting for the 5 minute close, FU candle. Same size candles we got here. 15 pip candle, 15 pip candles. I was waiting, I needed to go to the bathroom, so it's not really useful now being in drawdown, needing to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we're getting a bit of FU candle here. High chance stop loss gonna be hit, unfortunately, boys. But we move on. This is a very high probability setup. 80% win rate, 77, 80% win rate. It's just unlucky. I've never really seen that before in a long time, to get double support formed. It's very interesting, but it's not over until we tap SL, right? But if that happens, then that's what's gonna happen, right? That's it. Call it a day. Come back tomorrow. How's GU doing? Wow, look at GBP strength. This is going crazy, man. Look, it's retraced this whole range being retraced. Look at this gold as well. But GJ can't seem to get it going here. We can't seem to get it going. So let's see. Hopefully we can just respect the zone and hold it out. But if this 50-minute candle closes below the support in 7 minutes, high chance we'll hit SL. So I might just manage like that if we're closing below 191, if we don't get stopped out before. So it would be lovely to see some sort of 5-minute support created from here, you know? Would be great. Everyone asking what is my stop loss? I think you need to not be trading because I think it's very clear. Man, this 5 minute needs to close above. If this 5 minute doesn't close above, it's game over. See what 1 minute, do we have anything to protect us on 1 minute? This is the last spot here, guys. The last spot to protect us. Can we hold? Can we hold? This is the last spot to protect us here. Can we hold? Can we hold? Can we hold? 5 minute might close above, boys. Can we hold? Can we hold? Come on. 5 minute candle closing here. It's good that we're respecting the range. I like that. I like that. We are closing below this support though. Hopefully we don't get a wick fill. That's what we don't want, is a wick fill. I've been needing the bathroom since we were in profit, so I'm just gonna go now. If it stops me out, it stops me out. You guys will be able to see when it stops me out. Just in case I'm not here, that's my position. You'll be able to see when it stops me out. Looks like we're going for the wick fill, eh? Looks like we're going for the wick fill. What we didn't want to happen is happening. No top wick on this 5. That's unfortunate to get this straight dump with no top wick, but next candle closes the 15. We're going to learn a lot from the 15, right? Because if the 15 can close back in the range, we have a chance. If 15 cannot close back in the range, then it's unlikely. I do hope that this is the time where we can actually make a top wick, right? Would be nice for us to make a top wick here. Right, we deserve a top wick. If we could flip this 15 right now, would be amazing. It's hunting SL. Well, actually, technically right now, if we look at what's realistically happening, it is just ranging. Guys, look at GU, man. I can't believe. Look at the GBP strength here. GU is at our target 1.3 and we're stuck in GJ. What a shit. Damn it, man. Shit. Look at the GBP strength and look what GJ is doing. It can't even survive this. Man, what? Where's the GBP strength? Why can't we just even push up 10 pips here? This is ridiculous, man. I've never been in a trade like this where it's just like so much strength in GBP, but we can't do anything on GJ. Anything. We can't, I mean, there's so much strength in GBP here, but it's just nothing's happening for the GBP here on GJ. We're ranging. 15-minute close back in the range. Not a good close. Yeah, not a good close at all. We need to be moving towards the upside here. Not working on lower structure. We need to be working on higher structure. That's what we need to be working on. I guess this 1 hour will be our hope here. We need to see how the 1 hour closes. 30-minute, the way the 30 minutes closing right now is not very good. But things can change. 5 minutes not looking too good here as well. Let's see what 1 minute is saying. Oops. Yeah, this is just creating lower highs on 1 minute. For me, is it worth it to cut the trade here? 9 pips I can save. On a 5 close below, I'll consider it, because that's the one thing that will be different, is a 5 close below. Otherwise, I think I'll be over managing. The worst thing I want to do is cut it, reverses from here. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is unlucky. GBP is flying and GJ is dumping. Great day. Thoroughly enjoying. It's getting very close for comfort, I have to say. Five-minute close in 2 minutes. Let's see if we can close back above again, and then we're in the same boat. That's unlucky. That 1 minute was looking good. We were bouncing. Now 5 minutes is coming back below. There's just no strength here. There's no strength. Hopefully we can survive 1 minute here so I can make a decision based off close and not hit full SL. I'd like to make decision based off close. Right, looks like 5 minutes gonna be closing below here. Or maybe not. Come on, do it. Close back above. Come on. Do it. Do it. Okay. Do it. Do it. I can't manage the trade yet, guys. If it hits SL, it has to hit full SL here. I can't manage technically here. There's no way I can manage. I can't manage. 5 minute no bottom wick here. Not good for us. Let me see if broker has bottom wick. I don't like that we have no bottom wick. Yeah, broker no bottom wick as well here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, now this 1 minute range is becoming problems. See if we can close above it. Start to work our way towards the upside. Still threat, no bottom wick on 5 is still a threat, guys. That is still a threat here. If we hit B, you're out? No, maybe maximum I can think of managing, depending on how we react at B, closing half at entry, just to reduce risk if we're still closing below and all of that stuff. We need this to reject, create higher lows now. There we go. not reject towards the top side. You're not listening to me, GJ? You have hearing problems or something? This is the bottom wick coming for the 5 minute now, guys. Bottom wick coming for the 5 minute. So that's unfortunate. I thought maybe we could get away, and this is like anything you want to happen, it's not happening. You know, anything I want to happen right now is not happening. Like 5 minute, last minute wants to create support, then doesn't create support. 1 minute want to create higher low, doesn't. That's just annoying when that happens. And now we dump down like this. Okay, last minute, guys. This is such an annoying trade. Such an annoying trade. I hate when that happens. It's so annoying. Because you can't make any technical decisions. I mean, we have stop loss in place, but there's no technical decisions you can make because it's all last minute it's doing that. Which is always frustrating when you really want to make technical decisions. You know, it just needs to do something. London Open in 5? Yeah, London Open is in 5. Problem is 1 hour will be closing bearish, which is not good. We wanted weak bearish to give us like a setup 3, so we need to be up in the 100s, 128s would be good. If it closes like this, it's not the best. I think London Open will make or break it. Yes, for sure. Some volume here towards the upside, boys. Can we do it? Sir GJ, do you have it in you? Some volume? Or are you just going to be boring? Again, this 5-minute support doesn't hold. Now we're getting a reverse thunderstorm here. Back into our zone. No top wick on this 1 minute here. Hopefully it can flip. I mean, if this is not enough liquidity to continue up, then it was definitely not destined to be. We need 15-minute candle closing bullish would be, you know, something supporting our trade here. 15-minute candle closing bullish here. Because 15-minute candle closing bullish would create some form of support, right guys? So that would be positive towards our trade, give us probabilities. The problem is it's a different trade now, right? 1 hour is closing bearish, 30 minutes closing bearish, it becomes a different trade. Also, we would like to close above this little resistance here. This would prove to us we're closing back in a lower time frame range. Once we close back in a lower time frame range, we have higher probability to fill the next range, right? Now, filling the next range will only bring us back to entry, but it's better than nothing, right? See how 1 hour candle is looking here. Yeah, we need 1 hour to close even weaker here, weaker. Ouch, no chance to manage. See if we can flip break the high. One hour close back below this. So we didn't close above it. We didn't even make a chance for top wick. Wow, this is a nasty trade, guys. No chance even for top wick. Give us top wick. Give us top wick. There we go. Now it's being nice. All right, let's see what we can do here. Can we get moving to entry? Yeah, look at this little resistance. We need to close above this resistance on a 1 minute would be a good sign for us. 29 seconds to do so. Hopefully we can. Alright, some volume coming through here, guys. Nice 1 minute candle. We're testing resistance here. We're rejecting resistance at the moment. Can we have volume to push through? We have a 30-minute resistance right here. We're about to test. Ouch, that's a quick rejection. I had no time to do anything in that rejection. That's a very quick rejection. Let's see if we can at least get back up close to entry or something like that. Would be cool. You're looking to close at entry? Half, maybe half only. Depends. If we can blast through entry, if it comes back to entry, maybe half. 5-minute close in how long? 1 minute here? Yeah, 5-minute can close above. Holy, you're gonna see me excited. Come on, 5-minute. Do it. Do it. Just bring in the volume here. We've been waiting. Do it, 5-minute. 50 seconds. Come on, do it. I'm telling you, do it. Come on. Do it. You're close. How many pips to close above, boys? We have about 3 pips. Come on, 3 pip volume it has. Do it. It's chickening out. It's chickening out. Come on, come on. No, no, no. You have to close above. At least break structure here. At least break structure. Okay. Sorry, GJ. At least break structure. At least break structure. 7 seconds to break structure. Can we break structure? Okay, we broke structure at least. So we don't have lower highs now. We have a break of structure, which is nice. We just need to break through this resistance. This 166 is a strong resistance at the moment. It's also a 1-hour resistance. Yeah, we're really struggling at the moment here at this resistance. See if we're able to push through or what. Yeah, hopefully we can see this continue here. We just need to get a bit of momentum going. Break through the highs. Of course, we're struggling at 1-hour resistance, which is normal to struggle at 1-hour resistance. I think I will close half at entry, to be honest. Just based on, we'll see, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. I have my finger on closing half button. How long till the 5-minute close? 1 minute 50 seconds. Yeah, this 5-minute has to close above, boys. We need this 5 closing above right now. That zone is strong, man. It's a strong zone. Okay, GJ, you need to blast right now. Blast. This 5-minute close above, GJ, you need to blast. Don't use my entry as a resistance, GJ. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, don't you do that. 50 seconds both ways. I'm waiting to see how this 5 close. Damn, we can't close above this resistance still. Yeah, failing to close above this resistance, boys. That's unlucky. Yeah, one didn't close above. Did not close above here. So we're back in the same boat. And we're in a harsher boat now. Hopefully this 5 can make a top wick and then we can manage based on that top wick. If this just gives you us FU candle, then that's going to be the end there, right there. Which is just going to be really, really, really unbelievable if that happens. Like, that's unlucky. Like, I didn't see profit. That's why I didn't close half at entry. I didn't see profit. And it was so close to the 5-minute entry. Like, this is so frustrating. Like, what the fuck? You can't fake this, guys. You can't fake this. Wow. Like, that's unlucky, man. Literally 0.000001 pip from my entry here. You know, and this 5-minute coming down with no top wick. Doesn't even give us top wick and is already dumping back down to the beginning of where we took the trade. Look at this 1-minute candles, boys. What the fuck, man? Look how long it took us to go up just to come down like this fast. Why reject there? There's no resistance. Come reject this resistance. We get it. Why reject here? Doesn't make sense. I don't understand this. PA is nuts, bro. Fuck. It's nuts. It's nuts. Like... What type of trade is this? You bought at the top. Let me teach you some breakout. Retest, you enter. The gap below is your entry, your stop loss. Then trade go up. Let me teach you something, bro. Show up to a live stream every single day. Live trade in front of people. Show them a profitable strategy. And then come to try teach someone. Like, respect my strategy and I'll respect your strategy as well. But don't come in here trying to teach me because this is the first time you see me lose. You know? And I'm not out yet. I'm not out yet. I'm just getting unlucky today. Really unlucky that this is not coming towards my entry there. Like, why? Why 0.1 pip? 5-minute no top wick here. FU candles. You know, it's unlucky, but this is the game here. You know, some days it's just going to be absolutely trash like this. You can't do anything about it, right? And you're going to hit stop loss. Do you think I enjoying this, trying to explain this to everyone? And, you know, I'm not out yet, but let's see. Huh? You know what I mean? So it's just how it is. Coming very close to stop loss. I'm watching it. If this 1 minute doesn't reject, then it's gonna be me out, and yeah, that's me out. GG, well done. Congrats to everyone who took this trade, and yeah, what a trade. You know, amazing trade here. Very, very, very difficult trade to hold, and unbelievable. We come 1 pip to entry here and reject straight to SL. It's mind-boggling. I've never experienced something like that. You know, it's incredible, man. 1 pip from entry here. I even have people DMing me on Instagram now, teaching me about people balancing their books. I can show this guy DMing me on Instagram, telling that I'm wrong and that they were balancing their books and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you need to understand that I don't know how to trade. So now we'll see all the haters, of course, you know. But no one congratulates me on all the wins we took. And I want to show you guys something. This is the first loss of this month. First loss of this month. I'm so done with that trade though. That trade really is so annoying. Like, what the hell, man? What is that, bro? Like, give me a chance to get out, man. What? Why here? I don't give a shit about anything. Doesn't matter, man. Trade failed and that's the end of it. We move on now. No need to look at anything, right? I'm just trying to realize, okay, why right there? See if there's reason right there. There always is a reason why. So I'm trying to just see TA. It's just unlucky this 5 didn't close above. This was a really hard trade to manage. Really hard trade to manage. Because this candle opened no top wick. Didn't even give us a chance to see a top wick. And then flip. And then we can say, okay, on the flip we can close half. This open dumped. Straight FU candles. Resolve the move straight ahead. Even if we're closing here, it's like a FOMO close. It's like, oh, red candles, I'm out. Of course, after this move, you would say yes. Right? But that's just unlucky that it decided here. We had a 5-minute break of structure here as well. 5-minute close above breaking structure. Next candle came towards the top of the zone here. We were starting to break above 1 hour resistance. Starting to break above previous there. We were breaking above 15-minute resistance as well. Maybe next time listen to me when I say follow the chart and the old ranges. You should have marked it. I don't think so, man, because we were 7 pips above it. I don't think so. I think maybe if you don't want to trade the way I trade, then simply don't take my trade. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna follow my plan. My plan over not one trade, guys. I've been on stream for over 1.5 years, almost coming on to 2 years, taking trades live in front of you. And I have a 77% win rate of hitting that. I'm not going to change if it's not broken. It might seem doom and gloom because you've lost one trade, you know, but that's it. You know, that's it. You know, you have to realize this is part of the game. If you can't take a loss, it's just a frustrating loss because it was such a weird trade. That's the only thing. It's just such a weird trade to do this when everything's bullish. We see everything on our side. Just unlucky. Just unlucky. How come every time Harry takes a loss, somehow everyone is profitable around here giving advices? Yeah, it's okay. It's just people want to hate, right? Because it's like, it's also a chance for them to hate. You have to realize for almost a month, they haven't been able to hate. They haven't been able to hate for 1 month because there's been no losses. Now they have a chance, they want to take that, right? Had no chance to manage this position, lost the full 1% here. No chance to manage. Took back my last trade. So yeah. Unlucky one. We move on to the next though. You go on half risk? I thought you use 2% risk. No, I use 1% risk. 1% risk. But I consider 1% risk 1K now, just for easy calculation. So it's not actually, I don't look at what is it a percentage of my account balance. I focus on just what I consider 1% risk and half risk in terms of monetary. One thing I can't figure is why are you guys shouting? Why are you shouting in chat? Like, why do you write caps telling me why I didn't manage? It doesn't make sense. Just ask a question. That's why I'm here, right? I'm here to answer questions, but you know, you don't need to write caps. I can read chat. Why didn't you manage? I think that's a little bit of a silly question, unless you just showed up to stream. If you just showed up to stream, maybe I understand. But I saw you, Algo, you've been in the chat the whole trade. And now that it hit SL, you suddenly change. Before, if I scroll up in chat, I can see you saying this is going to be a win, right? So realize this. We were trying to manage. We got extremely unlucky in this trade where we had no technical way to manage this trade. We're not going to manage it emotionally. Imagine I just randomly closed half here because I felt emotional that this is not going to go up. And then price flew up. And at my TP, right? At my TP, I only make super little money after holding all of that drawdown. Right? If that's not a good, you're not going to be profitable long term like that. My goal is to be profitable long term. One trade today will not dictate my profitability long term. Right? That's not going to change it. It's not going to change it. First time here, I'm in Australia. Do you teach your London strategy? I do, but you know, first time here, obviously not a good result today, but you know. Like, I don't understand why people justify and make losses such a big deal. Like, you can't trade. I'm sorry, but if you can't accept taking one loss in 1 month, then how are you gonna trade, boys? How are you gonna trade? Like, I don't see a way to trade. This is my first loss in a month, right? This month, first loss. How are you gonna trade if you can't handle one loss? Like, you can't. You can't. You have to realize that this is probabilities to this game. Look how much we had opportunity here. You know, it was, I think it was just unlucky we couldn't manage here. Like, this is something I just can't do anything technically, right? No 1 minute bullish structure and then FU candles. It's always the FU candles. Yeah, I just really, this was looking really good retracement. triple liquidity grabs. We never broke the high. That high was there to be broken. Unlucky. That's it. One for the books. I know you like to reply to it, but ignore man who understand trading. Yeah, I would like to just make it, well known that I'm not avoiding their questions. And also I'm trying to tell them that, listen, look at the statistics. Look at what we've done, because there's a lot of new people here in chat who see all these haters and it might cloud their mind and they might feel like, oh, whoa, this is too much, and they won't view it because they're just seeing people hate and I'm ignoring their hate. Whereas if you're new, imagine you're new, you come to a stream, you see a trader take a loss, which is a normal thing, right? So it's a normal thing. But then all these guys are hating that he did the wrong thing. As a beginner, you will start to believe that he did the wrong thing, that he's probably did something wrong here, and you have to go and research into what you think they were saying. And then you're going to get confused as a beginner because some guy said about this gap needed to be filled, and then this guy said about this resistance. Like, imagine we marked every single resistance on the chart, we wouldn't take a trade. But the way that we've been marking resistances and supports has been efficient for over 1.5 years. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I like to explain to people that, hey, yes, this trade didn't work out, we were unlucky with this trade, but realize that this is a process over long term, right? One trade isn't going to dictate who we are as traders, isn't going to dictate how we got here, isn't going to dictate our profitability in the future. My job today was to come to the chart and follow a plan. Preferably, I wouldn't have liked to be in this type of trade, sitting and talking to people, because I'm putting myself in an emotional situation. There was nothing I could have done in this trade the whole time. I should have just took the trade, left the charts, because there's nothing I can do. Come back and see what happens. But I take the time to talk you through the trade, talk you through price action, so you can learn something in the meantime. Remember, I'm in with risk on this. More risk than I ever make here on YouTube. Right? I have $1,000 on the line here, so I'm losing too, not only people who are following me. So for me to take the time to explain you the price action and show you how to remain emotionless in a trade, you could see the whole trade I was calm, right? I was just annoyed at certain factors, right? Which is normal. You're human. You're supposed to be annoyed. But it didn't make me make an emotional decision, nor am I saying this is a big deal. So understand that. That's what I try to explain, right? That's what I try to explain. Hopefully people understand that. Losses and profits are part of the business, yes. Could we have seen the signals to exit near entry? This is what made this trade really, really difficult, Greg. This is what we were waiting for, to exit near entry. This candle, we were waiting for the 5-minute candle to close, right? Because the 5-minute candle was about to close above. Check, this was so hard because this is what made this trade extremely hard. Check this trade out. Look what happens here. So we were waiting for the candle to close above here on the last minute. So we were coming back up to entry. Yeah, check this out. So look how many seconds till this candle closed. Can everyone see that? Let me put quality, full quality, and zoom in on that. 47 seconds for this candle to close. And it was looking good, right? Now look, 6 seconds for this candle to close above. If this candle closes above, we can have easy probabilities to continue up. So I'm not going to make an emotional decision because there's nothing that tells me. If you look at a chart like this, guys, does this look bearish now? 46 seconds before close. Does this look bearish? Doesn't really look bearish, right? Is there a reason to close right now? Not really, right? No reason to close right now. So we're gonna hold it, wait for the candle to close. So we wait for the candle to close. Candle starts rejecting, doesn't mean it can't. Now this is the problem. Last second, candle flips bearish. So we're still closing bullish. Last second, candle flips bearish. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Candle flip bearish. Boom. Now we can talk about managing. Right? You can see me look down to get ready to manage. If this made a top wick, retested here, yeah, we can get out. But look what happened with this candle. Just started dumping. And you're not going to get out emotionally now. Right? You're not going to get it emotionally and get out of a trade when it opens no top wick. Because what did we do here? Look technically. Technically, we made a low, technically higher than this low. We've grabbed liquidity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rejection wicks and only 3 rejection wicks towards the upside. We then broke structure here. So then we made a higher wick here. So this could be this to continue this momentum, what we've been forming on the lower time frames of the bullish structure. So what did we see happen? We saw, right? We saw what? We saw price do what? We saw price come through this zone and then just start dumping down. So we're waiting for a top wick. Right, so we're like, okay, let's see if we can get a top wick here, right? Because this could just react off this zone and make a top wick. But guess what? It started to react now. Then, look at the reaction. See, look at 5 minutes. Look how it's respecting the zone. This looks positive in the trade. Right, this looks very positive for our trade. Because now we're just looking like, hey, it reacted our previous zone. Let's see if we can bounce from here and flip this candle to make a top wick. Right, because that's where the flip would come. Right, the flip would come at this point here after we retest. Instead, what do? We just dump straight below. And we can't do anything right now. And it just keeps dumping until what? Until we just hit stop here. So if we go and look at lower time frame structure all in this move, we can see something very similar of where we have no reason to close until this candle here. Until this candle here, we have an option to close, right? But at this point, it's probably too late. You might as well just hold the trade because we could bounce again and just stay in the range. Because it's okay if we stay in the range, we're not stopped out. At some point, it could break out, right? At some point, it could break out. So what did we see here? We saw we forming nice liquidity grabs with higher lows. So we needed this to break in order for price to fail. It broke all the way down here. Now it's too hard to manage because you're late in the move. You're emotionally closing half here if you want to close half. And we can identify this as a range. And price has equal chance to break towards the upside than it does to break towards the downside. If we were to respect the range. Because remember, this did not grab liquidity from the top of the range. If this came up here, grabbed liquidity, then rejected, yeah, high chance to go down. But we did the opposite. We grabbed liquidity from the bottom to go towards the top. Get what I'm saying? So that's the difference here. Very hard to manage that. We can't do anything about this. It's where you kind of have to accept full SL. Do you think the 30-minute resistance made this? Why with the 30? We closed above the 30-minute resistance. When we took the trade, we closed above it. You can see, look. We closed above it. You see? Anyways, I'm pretty tired after that trade, guys. I'm gonna hop off now. Hope everyone learned something new. We move on. Take care, everyone. Trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Thank you all. See you guys. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Don't let this put you down, all right? It's only one trade. Remember that. This is, you know, nothing. We only risk 1% for a reason. It's just 1%. Big picture, look, minus 1%. Look how many positive. Where do you see the last minus? The last minus was up here. It's no issues. No issues. So understand that and move on, right? And if you don't want to, you know, understand how trading works, then just don't trade. Don't trade. Don't show up. Don't learn the skill. Don't be involved in this game, because it's not going to be for you until you're open to at least changing your mindset. So thank you all. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys soon. Peace.